Okay. Good grief, will you stop notifying me that things are occurring? I know I haven't had that on in a while, but... Okay. I think I finally got everything working. Yes. I am functional. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the 5-minute wait. Um, we're going to continue with Minecraft and more world building, but I figured I'd kind of chat. I've got some things coming up that I wanted to talk about. We've got our hand cam stream on Saturday. Really excited to do my first hand cam stream, so that should be interesting. I hope I don't accidentally face reveal. I've seen so many streamers accidentally, so many VTubers accidentally do that, and it is kind of terrifying. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's always a bad thing. I have a subathon coming up in about 2 weeks. And I'm honestly not sure what I plan on doing for next week. I should be almost finished with our last game, so can't believe it took so long to actually get it to shuffle around. We're going to continue our Victorian town building in a minute. I have some new things for a hand cam. Where did I set that? I've got a really interesting steampunk style mat that I'm going to use for hand cam. I'll have to move my keyboard around to do it, but yeah, that's fine. Shouldn't be a problem for me to just take my keyboard and set it down on the desk or down on my computer. Um, hello, Fox on Main. Ah, so CDH is congenital diaphragmatic hernia. It is the reason. Let me type this in chat. It is a birth defect that causes your diaphragm not to form. It does not like the word congenital. Hernia. It is a rare disorder in which your abdominal organs migrate into your chest cavity because of your diaphragm being open. Basically, there's a hole in it. As a result, your lungs and your heart can end up being deformed. Mine, fortunately, is only my left lung, so that's actually a good thing. But in general, it's not an easy thing to deal with. How are you doing, Fox? I guess for me, I'm kind of not used to having a viewer to chat with, so I've got to think about how best to deal with that. I'd love to keep yapping at this point. I was just talking about I've got things. Essentially, yeah. Yeah, dirt. Yeah. The organs start to migrate out of the abdominal cavity and into the chest. I'm not used to having somebody to chat with, so I'm trying to think about how to write things as I'm going through. But yeah, my specific thing is I try and raise awareness for it because it's not a common disorder. It's not an often thing that people see. No real major discomfort. Obviously, I can't run a marathon. I do know that. For me, just I can't run a marathon. Lower lung capacity for the most part, due to all the surgical scars and everything for the repair. A lot of the nerve endings get messed up in there. So, not a whole lot of major discomfort overall. Just more minor, kind of weird things. I didn't expect that to happen. Does that help, at least help to answer your question? I'm always happy to chat. Honestly, I wish it would tell me where it was in the... So, I'm happy to see somebody here. I'm a little curious about you. You've been around a while, based on what I see. Open a new tab. Huh. I might as well check you out a little bit. Huh. Oh. Interesting. Ah, you're Danish. Nice to know. You probably deal with a lot of things um, from your healthcare system. In both good and I'd say it's good and bad, depending on what goes on. Um, I live in the United States, so our healthcare system is kind of weird. I wish it would track my hand. I'm kind of. Can I go ahead and give you a piece of advice as somebody that's been doing this for 5 years? Rip the band aid off. Go in, jump. You're not going to have a lot of people your first stream. Um, US healthcare is awful. Yeah, the try not to get into politics on things, but US healthcare, one of the only countries in the world that you can go bankrupt for trying to find medical care. Honestly, um, I envy your healthcare system. I'm the tech goblin for 8 VTubers. Oh, good grief! I think I know what a tech goblin is, but I'm not. Are you basically the IT person that makes sure everyone else's streams work? At least the way I'm understanding it. I think it's an odd thing. I kind of plunged into this without really knowing a whole lot about VTubing. I had seen it for years. I started out as a camera streamer and started VTubing about a year ago. I think officially it has been 1 year. Says I have 4 people. Everything from tracking setup and PC building to OBS. I've been told mixed things about Linux. I've had friends tell me it's great, and I've had others tell me, hey, it's not necessarily the best thing for you. And I'm not sure what the difference is between the two. Like I said, I've had people say it's the best thing they've ever seen. So I don't exactly always know how it works. Um, as far as just overall. Yeah, it can be a learning curve. And VR is going to be bad no matter what you use. At least my experience and understanding of it. It's going to be bad no matter what you do. So that's going to be kind of your weird why does it exist and what's your learning curve like for it. Sounds like you have a very interesting life. Relearning the PC, but it makes more. Yeah. I have an IT friend that helped me put together um, an old computer that we had, trying to see if we could upgrade it, and he was trying to move it to Linux. And he thought it would work great because it was an older computer, but Linux did not like the computer. And it had originally been Windows, so I've heard Linux and OBS is supposed to be good, but I've never seen one way or the other if it's truly good or if it's just unusual. Trying not to just talk over people. Ah, so it is somewhat more user friendly than Windows. I know sometimes. Ah, okay. I was told somewhere that OBS would work with Linux, but it had a weird difference to it, so I kind of wasn't sure. One of the things I'm going to try and do is starting next week, this week, I'm going to do a hand cam. And then I think the following week, I'm going to shuffle my Saturday stream. I normally stream the same time every day on Monday through. Import scenes from Windows to Linux on OBS. Okay. I generally use Streamlabs, so I don't know if that's where I've got the disconnect on that. That there's a difference between Streamlabs and regular OBS. I think it's definitely interesting and can be different depending on what you're doing. As with just about anything with regards to IT, I've learned everything is relative. But that's just kind of me. Ah. So I've yapped for about 20 minutes, which is actually unusual for me. I generally don't go this long for just yapping. I'm gonna hop around and start Minecraft. So we'll kind of BRB, add it, Minecraft. Let me double check that it fixed that on Twitch. Yes, it did. Okay, that's one of the first times I've had it do that. I'm still here. I'm just waiting a few seconds for Mojang to boot up. Ah, and we are in. We'll continue our Victorian realm. Oh, yeah. I feel you on that one.
Loading.
Keyboards can be annoying.
Starting world.
Hello.
Disconnected from host. Server not found. Search help. Show details button. Back to menu button. Set done. Place. Create Victorian realm world 1. Loading. Starting world.
There we go. Took us a few minutes for it to come back. That was weird.
Player view. Press wireless controller right button to open chat. Press or hold wireless controller left button to emote.
Okay, is there...
Game menu. Square button.
Settings.
Settings screen vertical menu world menu. Multi control wireless. Social menu group party. Keyboard world menu. Wireless. Keyboard. Go. Selected. Text to speech adjust how you hear. Accessibility group Minecraft is for everyone, including you. Text to chat instructions on join switch on get a reminder on how to open. Close camera. Hide sky flat. Player dark. User interface set. Chat message duration horizontal choice. Scale modifier horizontal. Extra large. Reset to default. Game menu. Player view.
Okay. I don't know what it's doing. I think it's lost. But...
Inventory. 8 flint. Player view. Inventory. Player view. Crafting table. Wooden. Stone. Wooden hoe. Stone. Arrow. Wooden. Stone hoe. Stone. Cake. Wooden pickaxe.
Oh, I need sticks.
Player view. Chat screen. Player view. Wooden pickaxe.
I don't know why it does this. Oh, that actually helps. I hadn't thought about Minecraft being that user-friendly. I'm kind of relatively new to Minecraft, so I still can't figure out how I'm supposed to get stone, because that's really my big issue right now, is I need stone.
Notification. 2 new recipes unlocked.
Let's see. Did that give me stone to actually make a stone pickaxe? That would actually be... Ah.
Inventory. Player view. Crafting table. Wooden. Stone. Wooden. Stones. Wooden. Stone pickaxe.
Oh, that's right. I need...
Player view.
That's right. I needed to go in search of trees earlier. That's what I was looking for the other day. One of the big things that I like to do, or I try to do with my streams, is I try to keep them as... Ouch! See, this was kind of... Okay. Let's jump on the tree and off the tree. This was kind of my first foray ever into Minecraft, was with the PS5. I literally had never really played the game before. So for me, how do I do that? Oh, there. I wonder if I can get... There we go. I didn't realize I could do that. I've been playing in, I think, third-person mode for the whole time I've been here. How did I not? Cat? Wolf. Oops. That's dirt.
Inventory. 8 flint. Player view. Inventory. Game menu. Settings screen vertical menu L menu group game menu item 1 of 3. Multiplayer menu item 3. Wireless controller menu item. Social general vid.
Audio.
Selected. Audio. Music. Weather. Reset. Vertical. Add-on. General menu group. Preview. Create. Account. Video. Selected. General. Tutorial. Restart. Only allowed. Fill. Miscellaneous. We didn't know where else to put. Vertical.
Under.
Preview. Creator. Controls. Keyboard.
There we go.
Selected. Text to speech. Adjust how you hear on screen. Accessibility group. Text to speech. Text to speech. Adjust how you hear on screen. Text to closed caption. Switch off. Add subtitles for all sounds in Minecraft. Camera. Heights. Block ditherings. Player. Dark. Blend. User interface. Action. Chat. Text. Chat message. Toast. Scale. Extra large UI. Switch off. Increase the size of the UI for clarity and easy reading. Scale modifier horizontal.
Just disable
Chat message duration. Chat back. You. Block. High. Cam. Close. Text to speech. Slide. Text to speech for.
Ah! Wow! I can hear things talk now. How did I not know you could do that? Granted, it took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out that I did not have to keep attacking. Honestly, I've gotten so used to a controller that I'm not super confused. The hardest thing is just trying to figure out how to chop things down. Chickens! Oh boy, let me not have an Ina moment. Oh, didn't intend to fall. Oh. One of the big things is I'm trying to get a stone. Oh. Inventory crafting. Try to see if I can get... Oh, cobblestone. Oh. One of the big things I've been trying to get a stone... I figure this thing is about to break on me. That's what I expected. Nope, that's not what I want. How do I get sticks? An oak pressure plate. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. So one of the big things I'm trying to find, so I want to get to where I can get some stone walls. Oh. This also kind of gets me to a point where I can start exploring some other areas. Is that coal? I think I found a coal vein. I don't necessarily know if that's completely helpful, but we'll figure it out. Right now, I think I still need to figure out how to make a stove at this point. I think that's one of my... Oh. I need to figure out how to make a furnace. Oh. And I believe a furnace is the 4... It's stone... Oh, I can also build walls. That's not what I'm after, but... I'm trying to remember how to get cobblestone. Because I had found it earlier. There we go. We got it. If I have a furnace, I'm going to laugh. Because that actually took me longer than I expected. I think I've got a decent... Hang on. Oh. Let me try and see what I can do for building a furnace. Ah, I have a furnace. Oh. Because now that I've got this, I can... Is that a torch? Yeah, I've got coal and a torch. Okay. There we go. Let's flatten this area out. And now I have a place to store a furnace. Sorry for the ad break. Honestly, this is getting so much easier. I'm just happy I can actually make this work. I do know I don't want to risk sealing a cave entrance. Okay, so I now have a furnace. Now I'm trying to remember how to get iron. Because I think now that I've got the furnace, I can start making walls. I'm gonna hope that I can do some stone walls and whatnot, which would be nice. Hello to my new follower. Thanks, Fox on Main. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to try and build up from here. But we'll figure that out. Because ultimately I'd like to see if I can level all this out and get a house. Somewhere I saw you could get stone by collecting cobble and then throwing it in a furnace. Am I going to end up in the same... Is that copper that I just mined? Welcome to my weird cave. That's about to break, I'm pretty sure. Yep. That's exactly what I expected it to do. Let me see if I can find some sticks. Actually, shouldn't I be able to make sticks? I need more sticks, but... I took off on some sheep. That actually worked out pretty well. I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but I think this is coal. So that's going to be kind of useful. I wonder, can I do anything with you? How to use furnace. Simple tutorial. Oak wood planks. Do I have a regular stone block now? Hey! I have a regular stone block now. Yeah, I now have a regular stone block. I'm not quite there, but I'm getting to where I have a building. We can start construction on our house next week. Yay! That's actually a good thing. So part of the goal in this is I finally can... let me see... Inventory. Let me take oak logs out. Gravel. I'm just happy that this Victorian house project is getting started finally. I can finally put in the foundation and the floors. Finally. Oh. Is this all flat? Now I think I can start mining this wall out, and I can actually start putting up a house. It doesn't look like it's going to be that hard for me to mine our wall into... Hey, I've got coal! I think I've got more coal. I think to begin with, we're going to start hollowing this area out. Because it's going to take us a bit to hollow all this out. I've also got copper. I found a copper vein somehow. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. I think this is actually going to go well. At least for me. So originally I had planned on trying to find some creepers, thereby possibly getting something to blow away this hillside. Now that I have the ability to make stone tools, that changes things considerably. One thing that I do want to do is see what I can do with... Let's see... Do I have a decent sized area to start building a house?
Ah. Huh?
I don't really have anything that I can trade, so... I think I had found a coal vein.
Huh?
Now I can get copper tools. Hey, we can get armor! We're starting to get there. Yay, we have copper! We've moved from the Stone Age to the Copper Age. Well, the Stick Age to the Copper Age. So, what we may end up doing is... I'm gonna go ahead and use all the coal I have at this point. Because I think it said I needed 6 or 8 copper ingots. And that'll get me some copper tools and some copper armor. So we'll wait on that. I'll do whatever it decides it's got left and take the copper ingots. So we have begun to gain copper armor. I fell in a hole. That sounds about par for the course for me. What was actually the issue with... Oh, we're out of coal. I seem to recall I found... a coal vein somewhere over in here. Oh, hello! Oops. Didn't intend to kill the bat. We can start making tools, which means... I wish there was a map. Isn't there a cartography feature? How'd you make a map? Map in Minecraft. Crafting a map. Crafting table. Iron ingots. So I get the feeling I'm gonna need more cartography stuff. So I'm gonna need stone. Where to find sugarcane? Sugarcane in Minecraft. Does it naturally... Where does it naturally spawn? Natural generation. Naturally near water and ice. Is there a lake over not far from where I am? Chicken! That almost became bad. Death by fall? How did I get up here? Oh. Not too bad. We can also gain is this the weird area I found a long while ago? Oops, did not intend to do that. But at least we now have sheep. So at this point, so I have cobblestone stairs. I'm trying to see if I can level out. Oh, we have bats. How to get TNT. Because that's really my last thing that I need is TNT. I think I figured it out. That actually isn't too bad. So, hour and 15 minutes, and part of that is beginning to come together. I don't think I'm going to have a Victorian house, but I'm going to at least start with... Okay. The last thing that I'm going to do, we're going to try and... have sheep. Move sheep. So the ground is leveled. Okay. That's the big thing, is trying to wait on this. I think I'm gonna need 10 and we'll have armor. Full suit of armor. Which would be nice. Okay. Now we're just basically waiting for the furnace to finish. Copper tools would be nice, but that should be another 13. And that'll be good. Do I have... I think I've almost got enough copper for... Okay. Well, I made the wrong thing. So I have copper armor, and we'll soon have copper tools. Now I can kind of start building up and creating some stone walls. At least I can have a wall. So we have a fence. Hey, I'll take that. We don't have a door yet, but we'll get there. We're starting to get our house together. I don't know if I can see. Ah, how do I change perspective? I think I can do this. That's about as good as I'm going to get, at least for today. But I feel very accomplished. Hour and a half, and we have walls. Finally. So I'll take walls. It's a fence, but who cares? We have a fence. So I'm going to see who we're going to jump to, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. I'm glad you all could make it out and sit and watch, but I know I've taken up a lot of your time. So I will see you next time. Says I still have 3. I know Clover's okay. I'm kind of hoping I can raid somebody like Clover. Clover and Nixie are both okay. Nixie is British. I want to see if there's a rule. Cozy vampire that likes to play with your food. Rules English only. That's not probably the best one. Nixie's not generally a bad streamer, but I don't want to go to somebody too big because I don't know what somebody's going to do, especially, let's see, Clover. Clover's a cow. Nope, I cannot raid Clover. I'm trying to figure out who to raid now. Just finished Minecraft. Mal's a cozy streamer, so she's actually a good one to come back to. Yeah, I think it's going to be Mal. We're going to go to Mal Sleeps. Hello, Mal. Mal is generally a cozy streamer, so it's funny. It says I have 3 viewers rating, but yet we're going to go ahead and wait a minute, and then okay. And stream. Have a great day, everybody.